Amen. God bless you. And we are still continuing to press forward. Hebrews deep, right? Because really it's talking, the audience is more for the Jewish community, but also for us. But we don't have the background that the Jewish community had during that time, right? So he's trying to show them the importance of receiving this grace, this mercy that God sent as the Messiah. All right? So let's read that. This is Hebrews chapter 4. We did Hebrews chapter 3. Then we're going to go into Hebrews chapter 4. We're making some progress, isn't it? I like this. I mean, we made a lot of progress. I tell you, we got about only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go of books. But we're going to be in Hebrew. We're going to take care of that first. We got 13 chapters. We're on chapter 4. All right, let's see what we got here. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. Think about that. Because technically all of us come short of it if we do it based on our own accord, on our own work, right? For unto us was the gospel preached. And he's talking to the Jewish community. But today, 2024, he's talking to you and me, amen? As well as unto them. All right? Because now he's talking about the Gentiles, right? But the word preach did not profit them, meaning it didn't profit the Jewish people, but it is profiting or have a profit for the Gentiles. If they should enter into my rest, although the works were finished from the foundation of the world. For he spake in a certain place of the seventh day on this wise. And God did rest the seventh day from all his works. And in this place again, if they shall enter into my rest. Seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein. And they to whom it was first preached, the Jews, the Hebrews, entered not. Why? Because of unbelief. See, that's the big kicker, right? Even for the people who are blinded of the gospel, or because of the history, and I'm telling you, I said over and over again. But when they see, first they look at the history from the Old Testament to modern day or Christianity and the things that it did, it does make you question, doesn't it? And therefore a lot of people, as far as those who have walked away or don't have not received Christ, is because of unbelief. And the Jewish people, because of unbelief, they could not see that the Messiah is coming, even though they were looking for him. But the point is, belief. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, right? That whosoever believes him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. The thing is belief. They, the Jews, the Hebrews people, could not enter in because of unbelief, right? Verse 7. Again, he limited a certain day, saying, today, in David, today, after so long a time, as it is said, today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your heart, your spirit. For if Yeshua, Jesus, had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day? There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. And you see all that turmoil that goes on in the Middle East, they definitely have some issues to work with, right? Verse 10, for he that is entered into his rest he also has ceased from his own works, as God did from his. Huh? Let's read that again, verse 10. For he that is entered into his rest, he also has ceased from his own works, as God did from his. Meaning Christ said it's finished. I came here, I taught, and then I did the sacrifice, and I rose again. And now it's up to a person to believe. And you know, one of the things I want to say before I go forward is, if Christ is not who you believe in, what do you believe in? What do you live for? What do you stand for? And I hope none of you say it for yourself, because you're limited, very limited. We all are, right? We didn't come in this world with anything, and guarantee you will leave this world with nothing. So, what are you living for, and why? Think about it. I see the evidence from the gospel written from a historical perspective. I see the evidence concerning the people and the different faiths and different religions out there. I see the evidence. And I have a reason for the evidence of choosing Christ. My point is, I knew that when I didn't believe in anything, I saw the evidence of what it's like to live without anything. And it wasn't looking pretty. Because everything comes relative. Meaning, if it feels good, right? Because for me to say there's no absolute morality or moral values in man. Because man will, take the crusade, take the slave trade, take abusive relationship, take Hitler, take all the atrocities that have been done by man. Take about the Jim Crow laws, and people would sit there and come to a lynching, and they would torture a person, a human being for an hour, and some of them said they were Christians. So we know that the depravity of man. You got people in the day. Some people sitting there, they're looking for a civil war. And when they think about civil war, most people think that, they're talking about fighting the government. They ain't talking about fighting the government. They're talking about fighting people that are melanated. For some, right? You know, it's like we want to start a civil war, so we just go and shoot men, women, and children. Mutilate them just like they did in Jim Crow. And you sit there and they call them Christians? That's why that's why I don't see any hope in anything other than the gospel. Somebody got to show me something that has more validity and reliability, which I don't see, not in man, not in man, and even some of the other faiths out there, but show me what you have that has more reliability. Verse 11, let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same examples of unbelief. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intent of the heart. 13, neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. And the subtitle here is Yeshua, the great high priest. Verse 14, seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed from the heavens, Yeshua, the Son of God, let us hold fast our profession. For we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may attain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. That's why you need to go to Romans 10, 9 and 10 and confess your mouth to the Lord Yeshua and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, and thou shalt be saved because of grace.